No whistling. Where's Dad?
No whistling and no singing.
Singing in the park.
My dad got us whistling from Pop Pop.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Whistles without even knowing he's
Pop
whistling.
got it from him. I don't know which one, but I know Pop Pop's doing more whistling now than he ever did in his life.
Well, maybe
When he was a young guy, he never let whistle. Now he whistles.
I guess he's a happy guy, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's boredom or what it is.
That's
All the above.
Whistling boredom.
practice walking through a cemetery.
Yeah. Right.
So you're gonna freak out. You're gonna haunt the cemetery, huh?
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, that looks fine. You're a good-looking group over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We photograph well.
Yeah.
So let's start with how you guys met.
Oh, we're going through that again.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta do it together now.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Tell 'em your version.
My version. Let's see. I did think I did tell you that earlier. Up in Columbia, PA, 535 Locust Street to be exact. Columbia, PA. It was in the evening, and Max Peters was walking up the street with my cousin Bob Smoker. And I was out in the front of my Aunt Dorothy's. This is a long tale.
It's all right.
I was out in the front stoop with my friend Marguerite, and Max and my cousin Bob walked up the street and stopped to talk. And that was it, right there.
Mm-hmm. Was he?
True or not?
That sounds good.
Did he charm you?
True.
Yeah, it was reasonable.
Was he charming?
Yeah.
He was an 18-year-old charmer.
He was a looker too, huh?
He was a looker. Yeah, he was a looker.
Yeah. All right. Well, Pop Up, you concur with that statement?
No, that sounds reasonable. Yeah.
Reasonable.
Only tell him your version.
No, my version is the same way.
Same way.
Right.
Pretty much.
Except
yeah.
that it was a put-up scheme because Bob said, "Why don't you go with me to entertain my cousin while I talk to Marguerite?"
That Bob said that to you.
That's right. That was
I
his,
never heard that version.
That was his scheme.
Yeah, that was his scheme. And
Yes.
my scheme was just sitting there buying my own business
Exactly.
when you two came up.
You were the
A couple knuckleheads. Couple knuckleheads.
innocent bystander.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You weren't cut in the plot.
Huh?
You weren't cut. You weren't
No,
part
I
of the
wasn't
plot.
in the plot.
Well, tell me about dating. What'd you guys do? Where'd you go?
You
Things
mean
like that. Just
first
dating. Just when you guys were dating.
I guess we'd drive around and get ice cream eventually.
Yeah, we did. We drove around a lot.
Yeah.
He had his
Yes.
father's car,
Yeah.
which was what was that? 4-door
DeSoto.
DeSoto.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of a DeSoto, Evan?
No.
Okay, well, back in history,
Yeah.
they had these. And let's see, what else did we do? Well, we didn't have any. We didn't have any money too
Yeah,
much,
right.
so we couldn't do. We never even went to a movie. I don't think, did we? That I recall.
I don't recall. Right. But we did
Mostly.
go. We did go up to Uncle George's.
I
place.
told him about that,
Yeah.
about World War II.
Right, yeah.
Now, were we still in their house at that point, or were we on our way home when we heard it on the radio?
We came home and Frank said the Japs struck.
Oh, that's right. We got
Hawaii.
home. Oh yeah, I forgot that part. That
Yes.
Frank, his brother Frank, said the Japanese, and so we didn't hear it when we were up there.
No, we didn't have the radio on,
Oh,
so
I
we turned
forgot
the
that
radio
part.
on.
Yeah, well, I was wrong, Evan. You have to cross that part out
Yeah.
on my.
Dang it, Nana. You know, making me work. I'm just-
Making you rewrite it, it again.
That's all right. All right. Well,
And that, so I mean, other than that, we just.
when did you guys get married, and what was it? How did Pop Up propose to you?
I don't know. Did you propose?
I don't remember. Well, I said something about a ring. I had said something about a ring, and you said you'd check with your mother. But
I did.
yes,
Check with my mother.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Nothing super,
Some similar act like that.
Yeah.
nothing too fancy, huh?
No, we didn't have any big to do.
They said, let's get married, and that was
That's
that.
it. That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
no, actually, it was a while. It was in World War II.
43, yeah. Right. No, but we were married in 43.
43.
When you
After,
after you came back from Panama.
right, after, no,
And
after
you were
graduated,
after you graduated
from,
from
OCS,
OCS, right?
Okay.
So it's just
Well,
nothing
how was-
real fancy.
okay.
No getting down on your knees and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff that some people do.
How was life together during the war when you guys were apart and stuff like that? Was
I
it
of course
kind of
I
hard? You know?
I worked at Hamilton Watch.
Yeah.
and-
You guys were busy
and-
doing.
And I've
And he
been
was
busy with other things.
overseas, yeah, in the war.
Was it hard?
But
Was it hard being newlyweds and being apart?
I guess
No, actually, there's so much activity going on.
yeah,
that
it was
the
everything
fact
was
is,
happening so fast
Yeah.
Right.
that you really didn't have
Time.
We didn't. You
I
know,
don't think
have to-
anyone was conscious of time because things were really just happening.
That's right, exactly.
Um,
and then
what were some great experiences you guys had together that really stick out in your memory?
Well, we
Probably
did a
a lot.
lot of traveling.
Yeah.
I think probably
pretty much,
the biggest experience was when we went to Turkey
yeah,
because
right.
that was your first air flight.
Yeah, that was my first airplane
She done
ride.
that like airplanes, and we had to
Flying over to Turkey
we had to fly from
in the
New
Turkish
York
Havalara.
New York to Germany,
Yeah,
and that's when the Pan Am was new, and they had this brand new Pan Am with champagne and luxury food.
So it wasn't
Right.
too bad of a first flight.
no,
huh?
no,
No.
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But
But
so
I-
I had most of your champagne. So, but
Yes, he drank most of him.
Well, that's all right.
so I lucked out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Then I think the next one really was we went to Famagusta.
that was what?
We were in
What?
Turkey.
Oh, well, yeah, but that was part of it, being there.
So, but the fact is,
It wasn't,
an unusual event.
yeah.
Because we went to Famagusta and
Which is a long,
a
is,
big- famous hotel. Didn't have many tourists.
right. Where was it? It was by what bay? What
But
water?
it was in the Cyprus.
Yeah, it was Cyprus. But what was the body of water that?
Well,
was?
wherever the sea around Cyprus was. Is,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought.
In the Mediterranean.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Right in the Mediterranean.
It was a
But that was
That was
really a
experience.
right. They had about 18 different knives and forks, and it used to always be a game as to whether the kids could end up with the proper one. Or
Yeah.
the
And
real.
your father was just how old was Greg then?
Oh, Greg was only
4 or
About
5.
4 or 5.
He was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4. And he would go. We would take. They always there at that hotel, and of course it's European. They didn't eat dinner until about 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Wow. That's late.
Yeah, and this is in this hotel.
Yeah.
And of course, Greg, your father, was just a little kid, and he had to get to bed. He couldn't stay up and wait till 9 o'clock to eat. So
Yeah.
we would take him down to the kitchen in this hotel, and the cooks would take care of him.
Oh, that was nice.
They would feed him and all that kind of stuff, and he'd be down in the kitchen. I remember that specifically. And so they got a kick out of him. He really was,
It was really a fancy hotel.
yeah, really fancy.
He was a little rascal.
And
huh?
so then they would, then he would eat and we'd take him. I guess we took him, went to bed. I don't know how that part. I forget that part. But in Rome, I remember about Rome. Then when was it? we went?
In Greece was when the astronauts came by. When we had
Oh,
all
Greece,
the-
yes,
right,
not Rome. Yeah, when the astronaut, the
Russian astronauts
Russian astronaut,
were there.
came to Earth.
And
And he was in the balcony, up in the balcony in this hotel in
really nice
Greece.
hotel in Greece, in Athens.
And we had the kids were Michael and Tom and Greg were all in bed, weren't they?
Well, but and actually,
No,
they served
no.
it separately in the
That's
room,
right. That's right. Yeah.
and then
They
we
were-
went down to the main dining hall.
But I'm saying I thought they were in bed when we got them out of bed to see this astronaut, hon.
Well, they could have been. It's possible. I don't remember, but
Anyway, that was in Greece.
Good experience there.
Yeah, right.
And then you guys,
let's see what else. Well, of course, we went to Europe in the last 1990.
84. 84.
For what did we go?
With-
When
with-
in '84? I don't
we went.
understand.
We
what
went
you-
with Bob Farmer.
Oh, but we also went over to visit Michael in
Oh, that was later. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. In Germany when
Yeah.
they were
No,
stationed.
that's right. Michael 84, and then we went with Bob. Was later. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We did a lot of travel
Yeah.
anyway.
Did a lot of traveling in the United States too,
Right,
going
the
back
United
and forth.
States, right. Pretty much, we covered every state except one or two.
I think
Can't
most of
remember.
them.
Yeah.
You guys hit Alaska.
Yeah. No,
Well,
we
no,
didn't get
never
to
been.
Alaska.
I was,
Pop Pop.
Yeah.
We landed in Alaska on our way over to England.
Oh, okay. That
Didn't
counts.
we land in Alaska? No.
No.
Where was that? We landed
That's up in the
there. Fairbanks? Not Fairbanks?
Well, Iceland we landed, and also in Canada. Because they had this-
Iceland. Oh, that's right. Iceland it was.
Okay.
And oh my word. And there was snow underground and the airplane landed way out. Gosh, out there. We had to walk from the plane
Well,
into
they had a bus-
some
had a
kind
bus.
of a hut.
We had a bus would pick
We
us
had-
up, and then we did walk
But
some.
we had to walk.
Yeah.
I remember that with snow.
Yeah, oh, definitely. It was icy.
Some things I remember, not
Yeah.
many.
That's all right.
All right. Anyway,
And
I guess that's what else we.
so when you guys were about 70 years old, that was your golden time. So going across the U.S.
Country.
and everything.
Yes,
When we were in our 70s.
Yeah.
yes, that was the
Oh,
golden years. Yes.
Yeah, that was the golden years.
Sometimes we'd drive across country twice a year.
But
We spent a number of winters in Death Valley, which we enjoyed.
Oh yeah,
that.
that's
Which was
right.
very-
Yeah. But that was back in, I don't know, I have it written on my.
Right, that's when we were still in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, right. I don't,
So we had our share of traveling.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't think of.
Looking back on your guys' lives, you want to collaborate on anything?
What did I
guys
tell
feel
you about? What did I tell you?
Oh, but you guys are together now. It's a collaborative effort,
Oh,
discussion.
Oh, let's see.
The only thing I'd probably do differently is I'd part my hair in the middle.
Now you don't part it at all, do you?
Yeah.
What do you want to know? You want to know what we learned from all this?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever you guys
Learn how
want to
to
say.
travel. For
We
that
learned how to
sure.
travel, that's for
and
sure.
live out of a suitcase.
And now we are not going to be traveling.
Now we learned how to travel,
We
and we
learned
can't
how to-
travel.
Now we can't travel anymore.
All right. And
At least we haven't tried.
Right.
a collaborative message to everybody.
Collaborative message to
Yeah.
who?
To
You?
us,
World.
the
You
future
and the
family,
world,
the
or
future.
you and the.
To the future.
Oh, okay.
Drink good wine.
Drink good wine, live life to the fullest,
Right.
enjoy life.
Yes.
And have a glass of Jack Daniels every once in a
Have-
while.
Yeah, right. Occasionally.
Or,
Yes.
or some wine.
Yes.
Now we don't even drink wine hardly.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can say goodbye, and I guess that'll be it.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Adios.
Yes.
Farewell.
Anyway,
Wait. Wait.
Wait.
yeah. Okay, I can wave.
Wave.
They do like the Russians.
Russians
do. Like
do.
this.
How's that back and forth? I can't even bend. Look, I can't even move my finger.
All right. Well, we love you guys.
Yo,
and-
pay that back to us now. We want to hear that.
Oh, let's see. Can you give we love you guys?
Huh?
You want to tell us that you love us?
We love
Okay,
our family, definitely.
We love our family.
And very proud of our children and grandchildren
No doubt.
and great grandchildren.
Yes, indeed.
And we're following their lives with interest
Right.
And that's that.
and hope we're a good role model.
And we're pushing you, Evan.
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay.
That was good.
Good. Well,
Got it all done.
I hope it turns out to make sense. Especially
it
what
will.
I said. I don't know.
If that will get you in Sacramento sooner, I'm pushing for it.
I hope so.
Is that going to be for Sacramento?
Well, go to college or get that
Oh, it's
behind
gonna
you.
is,
It's a,
yeah.
it's a
And then the
cause.
world is open to you. It's a bowl of cherries.
Yeah.
Life is just a bowl of cherries. La 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 la.
See, she's a
Nicely
better
done.
interviewer than I am.
Huh?
Evan, good
What?
job putting this all together.
That's no problem.
What?
Evan did a good job
Oh,
getting
yeah.
this all organized, getting the camera figured out,
Certainly did.
getting the questions.
Yeah.
He knows that. I'm not so sure he got the answers.
We just stumbled on some of the answers, but the questions were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the questions are really good.
Let's get